Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Planet Coaster. Welcome back to Let's Build Pirate Valley. Today is part 7 of Let's Build Pirate Valley, and today we're building 3 things. The first thing we're building here is a barracks. This is something that was suggested, I think, I might be wrong, but I think it was suggested in the comments of the previous part. I might be mistaken though, I don't actually remember. I really should remember these things. I should probably, write down the name of the person as well as the idea, because I wrote down the idea. I'm just insensitive and didn't write down the name of the person, so I do apologize. I'll go back to the comments in the previous episode and see if I can probably do that now, actually. I mean, it's not that difficult. Go to community, go to part 6, and, I don't know. Is there someone that said build a barracks? It's difficult. No, I'm not seeing it. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was in Twitch chat. Might be there. There's a lot of comments to go through though. Hold on. Control F. Barracks. No one suggested it. At least none that I can see here. Oh, I can show more comments. Bugger. This might take. Okay. It doesn't look like anyone suggested it. I don't know. There's people saying, can you do flag facts and videos? I mean, probably. Oh god, there's still... Oh god, show more comments. Okay. I'll talk about what I'm doing in the video as well. This barracks was actually an interesting build to do. Just purely because it's not really something I've tried before. I haven't really tried the whole, courtyard in front of a building thing, and... I don't know. It was interesting to do, because I wasn't necessarily sold on the build. And I mentioned it while I was streaming it as well. It was, I mentioned that, I don't hate this as much as I hate is the wrong word, but I don't dislike this as much as I initially disliked the courthouse. And someone rightly said, well, it's obvious because you were crucifying the courthouse while you were building it. And I wasn't crucifying this whilst I was building it, so that was a good thing. And in the end, the barracks did sort of grow on me. We do have this tower on top of it. We have some cannons. We don't have any multi-story stuff going on. There is a cosmic cow inside of it where you can get some milkshakes or some ice cream if you so desire. I was going to put some toilets in here, but someone rightly said in chat, oh yeah, the one thing you never need in this park again is toilets. Oh, woe is me. I was in your park and I couldn't find somewhere to go to the bathroom. Oh wait, every other building's a toilet. That was a fair point. You could have been a little bit more polite about it, but it's a fair point. That's fine. I don't hold a grudge, person. Anyway, yeah, so I didn't go with toilets. I went with the shop, so people would go in here and then come out with some ice cream or come out with whatever. And I will say, the buildings I did today, we did a barracks. I don't think I mentioned what the other ones are. We did a barracks, we did a tavern, and we did a market. They really got me excited for the day when there's interior decoration as a thing in this, when it's easily possible to do interior decoration. Because in the tavern, we used statues and barrels for tables and chairs. In the market, I used some roof sort of edging to make a bench. And it looks cool, I'm happy with how it turned out, but I look at it and go, I'm going to be so much happier when this game actually has, objects to place inside of buildings. It's going to be so much better, it really is. This is the thing, I've seen, I've been saying it, I think I've seen Fluxtrance saying it, I've seen Silvaret saying it, all the people you see making stuff in Planet Coaster are saying the same thing, and a lot of the comments on the community video that Planet Coaster posted recently, which, by the way, if you haven't seen it, go to the Planet Coaster YouTube channel, you will probably recognize most of the things in there, but if you're watching this video, you'll probably recognize a very specific something that was in that video, which was really cool. To see, because that was just cool. But everyone's saying the same thing, which is look what we can do at the minute. Look at all this stuff that people are doing with Planet Coaster right now. And then imagine, a month from now, when terrain editing is, just a couple of days. When terrain editing comes out, that's going to change everything. When we get more things to play with, that's going to change everything. Roller coasters officially come to the game next month. They are available right now, but you have to put in the under construction sort of code into the search bar to unlock them. I'm assuming when they become available next month without that code, it's a more refined coaster building system, and it's probably more roller coasters than we currently have, because we currently have two of them, the blue one and the red one, which both have differences that I can't pinpoint, I can't remember. But that's the thing everyone's saying. It's like, we can do all this stuff right now. What are we going to be able to do with this game 6 months from now? A year from now? Like, I'm so excited for, you know, more styles, more themes, more objects, more types of walls, more scenery, more trees, just more of everything we have right now. And that was the thing I was even saying on stream. I was getting annoyed with my building, just in general, because I was looking at it and going, like, what I'm doing now just makes me want to see this game in 6 months immediately. I want to know what's coming next. And I'm so excited for that. I really, really am. I'm so excited to see where this game goes, because not just so I can build stuff, I want to see what other people build. Like, I've seen some of the stuff in the subreddit for this game. I've seen stuff that other YouTubers are building, like Silvaret and Flux and Cucamonda. Like, those guys make amazing stuff. I want to watch what they're doing in 6 months as well. So that it's just going to be really interesting. But I do want to refer back to the comments of the previous episode, which said, and I quote, first off, flag what? Was a comment, but a lot of people said, you know, can you do flag facts in videos? And, you know, needs more flag facts, and okay, we can do one or two. But I do want to mention that if you want more regular flag facts, you can pop over to my live streams, where every time we hit a follower milestone, we get a flag fact. And I'm going to make it a thing that every time there's a tip on stream, we also get a flag fact. Just because I have many websites that I go to these days to find them. And if you don't know why I'm constantly going on about these things, I don't know either. People have latched onto the flag fact thing and aren't letting go, and fine, I won't judge. I just didn't think this would be a thing that my streams and any series of mine would have going for it. But it's fine. It's completely fine. So we'll look up a flag fact while we're building currently the Tavern, actually, which I absolutely love. I did end up putting more toilets into this building, just so I could have people going upstairs. That was pretty much the reasoning for it. I wanted them going upstairs just so you'd have multiple levels and all that stuff in here. And it worked. You know, we have a Chief Beef downstairs, which is the bar. And we have the toilets upstairs, which is, well, the toilets. And it's fine. We also have tables and chairs in here, like I mentioned, using stone sort of statue plinth pillar things and some barrels. I also got to use those sort of curved wall piece things. Those, by the way, if you're ever wondering how to get the quarter-sized grid thing that you can see on the ground there versus the regular one-tile size grid, place one of those sort of rounded stone pillar things, and that makes the grid smaller. Then you can just click it and delete it. Don't undo it. Don't Control-Z it. You have to click it and delete it, and then the grid will stay, and that's how you get the more sort of the smaller grid that you'll see a lot of builders using this. Anyway, we do have a we have some flag facts. These are actually the same three that I listed off on stream last night. So if you missed the stream, then here you go. So the flags of Monaco and Indonesia are identical except in dimension, in that the flag of Monaco is narrower. Fun fact, flag fact. The flags of Romania and Chad differ only in the tone of blue they use. They are blue, yellow, and red from left to right. And the flag of Libya from 1977 until 2011 was the only flag in the world that was just one color, and that color was green. There you go. That's you asked for this. You have all asked for this, so there you go. Enjoy. Anyway, what we're doing at the moment is just sort of decorating the bar, the tavern, the inn a little bit there, putting some walls up as well. I did want to put a sort of bench thing underneath the stairs, but there wasn't really the space to do it. So in just a little bit, we're going to be popping back to that space. And I just put some cargo under there. Some cargo, some barrels. There's a treasure chest as well. And that's what we decorate the underneath of the stairs with. I just, looking at that kind of thing just makes me really excited to see what we're going to be able to do with this game in just a few months' time. It really it just gets me so just excited. It really is just that simple. Also, I want to see corner pieces for everything. When doing this balcony with the sort of wood walkway with the railing on it there, it made me realize that everything in this game needs a corner piece. We need corner pieces for like the wooden roof trimmings, those balconies. Everything just needs a corner piece. It's needed. It really is. Because I couldn't make this work. I couldn't get the balconies to have like a proper edge to them without it looking silly or without there being a big chunk of wood sort of hanging down from the middle of the balcony thing there. But in the end, you know, I went with no sides to it because in my mind, it's not really somewhere you're meant to walk. It's more decorative anyway. Even though I do end up putting I do put a door up there at one point. I put the door on the curved piece of wall, but it's fine. It still looks kind of cool. Also, I did end up going with the sort of Spanish, sort of Mediterranean roof on this because it sort of matches the theme of the other building down this down in this part of the port, I suppose. And I think it looks good, actually. I think it matches quite nicely. We have the trim around it. We have some stone around it. And I'm really enjoying building this lower area of the park again. Well, the lower area of the sort of port area of the park. Just because the way things are detailed down here is a little bit less careful, I suppose. And the buildings are all sort of the same style anyway. They're all stone with the render walls and stuff like that. So it all kind of... On one hand, it's easier, and on the other, it's more complicated because you can play with detail. Like, you can play with this one style. You're not looking at a building and going, well, the building next to it is this style, so I better do a completely different one. Which is what I was doing with the buildings up above, you know? So... in this particular case, it was nice to sort of stick with the style, but play within that type of building and make all these different buildings. I also wanted to actually give the tavern a bit of an interior, because it is really just open and empty in here, and that's something I will probably come back to at some point to rework, just to make it a little nicer in here. I do put some lights up. I put some... I actually put windows on the inside of this as well, which match up with the ones on the outside. And I know it's not the most sort of realistic looking thing because the shutters are also on the inside here, but that was something suggested by Twitch chat that I quite liked the idea of doing, just because it, again, fills up wall space, which is quite important. So, yeah, we have some windows. There's the barrels and detailing going under the stairs, the treasure chest and all that stuff. And now we're just doing a little bit of terrain editing. I said terrain editing. A little bit of foliage just outside the building here. I decided to put these sort of bushes / trees / tufts of, I guess, foliage around this building just to, you know, make it look a little bit more alive. And I had a road going down the side of it because I thought that would be useful at some point. But then we actually skip forward in time here a little bit. This was recorded today, this morning. If you're watching this video on the day it goes out, this was recorded this morning, and this bit wasn't actually on the stream, which is the market. We're working on the market, which I adore. I love how this market turned out. I was listening to some music while building. This took like 45 minutes to put together this market, and I like it. I really do. I know there's not that many people that are fans of the blue roof pieces here, and I want to mention that little Chief Beef cutout there. I know he clips through the market. We move the market stalls and he clips through it. The game did that bug where you couldn't click something to delete it, so I just left him there. I will go back and remove him, so you'll not see him there in the next Let's Build, but he's there for this one. But yeah, I know not a lot of people are fans of that blue roof. I really like it. I actually really, really enjoy it. I think it's sort of that, and it's interesting in that it's quite stylized, and in that it doesn't really match. But in this case, that is the only thing I could really use for the top of a market stall. So we do end up using that blue roof for the top of our market stalls to make it look a little bit like a canopy. It's supposed to look a little bit like a canopy, but again, that's as close as we can get. I was considering, and I think at one point you will see me consider the Spanish / Mediterranean roof pieces. but they have walls on the side of them, and I needed something that sort of had that curve. We kind of needed that just to make it look, again, like a bit of fabric, basically, that's been strung over the top and has like some stuff in it sort of supporting the shape. I don't know. I like how it turned out, though. I really do. Also, I'm pretty sure this is the first time in the entire park I've been using this sort of building inside a building trick that every other builder that plays Planet Coaster uses, in that you can create what's technically counted as another building and clip it through a previous building to make an interesting shape. Not that I made an interesting shape with it, I made a rectangle so that I could put those trees in there and have it look kind of nice, and I like it. Also, there's a sofa right there. That was meant to be a bench. It turned into a sofa. I sort of changed it a little bit and we did get a bench, but there you go. If you ever want to know how to make a sofa, it's that wooden sort of roof trim that you can see. It's the two short wood, like thick wood pillars, and then just a wood back on it, and you've got a sofa. That's, there's my top tip for Planet Coaster, if you ever want to make a sofa. That would actually be a really interesting challenge, now that I think about it. To try and make, like, pieces of furniture inside a Planet Coaster with what we have right now. Because I've just made a sofa. I don't know how you would necessarily make, like, an armchair. But I would certainly be willing to try it. So that could be an interesting thing for a live stream at some point. Or just a video. Or you know, neither. And I'll just do it in my free time because no one cares. I can't imagine that would be the most exciting thing in the world to watch. It's like, yeah, we're going to make an armchair. Then we're going to make a television. And then I'm going to lose, you know, a million subscribers. That's what I'm going to lose. I'll be on like minus 938,000. That'd be interesting. Good Lord. That'd be an interesting number. To have. I can have the achievement of the fewest subscribers on YouTube. I'd hold that award quite nicely. You'd be set, you know the way like people get 1 million subscribers and get the golden play button? You'd get one made out of like wood. That would be, it's like made out of, it's not even, it's like on a sheet of paper and it's just, it's a little like, it's drawn there. That's for minus 1 million subscribers. And it's just like a picture of like the YouTube CEO giving you the middle finger. That'd be hilarious. That would be the best thing. I would absolutely accept that award happily. So, you know, if the YouTube CEO watches this, I'm sure you have my address. I mean, oh god, that's a scary. That's a really scary. I thought about this earlier. Like, Google has so much information on me already. Because I was gonna be I have to get in touch with a Google rep to deal, not a rep, but a customer service thing. Representative, I guess, because Google Play's being weird. The Force Awakens plays too fast and it really ruins the movie, so that's fun. It's sped up and everyone moves in a silly way and talks kind of funny. I don't know why, it just is. Anyway, we're in the cinematic parts of the video. You can get some shots of the barracks there, blah blah blah. It's gonna be Tavern and then Market because that's the way we've built them. But this gives me an opportunity to do an outro to the video, as I do, so if you have any ideas for future parts of this park, do feel free to leave them in the comments below. Also, I stream this build every Monday night and Wednesday night, so look out for that. And that Twitch link is in the description below. But yeah, that is going to be it for today. So thank you kind of for watching. This has been Planet Coaster, and let's build Pirate Valley. There's a beautiful shot of the entrance to the market there, and a final shot of the market itself. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye!